Welcome back, everyone, to Hot Jobs at Higher Military. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. We're so glad you're here. We do this every week, Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. Typically, we have our account managers on, and we talk about some incredible DoD SkillBridge internship opportunities that we've got. But today, I've got a special guest. I have got our Director of Operations, Jason Willett, with us today, and we're actually going to do a special Q&A session so that we can all learn a little more about the SkillBridge program. So let us know, are you a transitioning service member? Are you a veteran? Are you a military spouse tuning in? Let us know in the chats. We'd love to reach out and connect with you and just grow our networks together. So it's all about community, as we know. But Jason, so glad to have you on the program today. Please tell me a little bit about what brought you to Higher Military and maybe a little bit about your transition story.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate it, Olivia. It's great to finally hop on here with you. Higher Military, it was actually established back in 2018. I decided to retire at the end of 2018, around 2019, and I knew Mike Quinn, who's the CEO of Higher Military at the time. And just because I spent so much time in the Middle East and deployed, I got tired of the heat. So I said, I'm moving out to the West Coast. So I moved out to Washington State. And I told Mike, hey, I know you're standing up Higher Military. I'm going out to the West Coast, going to be living right outside of a major military installation, JBLM. I'd be happy to help, kind of bring the program out here to the West Coast. So, at that time, we were really in the infant stages of Higher Military. Mike's like, yeah, I really appreciate it. Kind of stand by. We're trying to build out the infrastructure of the company. I said, okay, well, I'm here, whenever you need me. Well, I'm a type A personality, so I had to go get another job. I just couldn't sit at home. I was pulling my hair out, what little of it I have. So I ended up went and got a great job actually with the state of Washington. And then a week later, Mike, contacts me and says, hey, we're ready to launch Higher Military. We have everything in place and we're ready to go. And I'm like, I just accepted a job. But, I'm a person that stays true to their word. So I stayed on board, in a part-time capacity with the team starting off. And then, probably about 50 or 60% of the veterans out there, that great job I thought I had with state really wasn't what I wanted to do. I did what I thought I should do versus figuring out what my passion was. So I stayed on board with that job for about 9 months, and then I just couldn't do it. I was miserable at the job. I was not enjoying it. So I walked away, and I've been doing, came on board full-time at Higher Military ever since, and, really excited because we really added a whole bunch of superstars to our team, like you, Olivia, and the rest of the team that we have, and things are going really good for us at Higher Military. So I retired out of the military just under 27 years, retired as a Command Sergeant Major, which absolutely means nothing as you transition. Rank really does not matter when you come out the transition. So it's one of the things we talk about quite frequently with transition and service member. You're only limited, by how you sell yourself out here. It's not rank oriented. So, but yeah, I look really forward to the opportunity to really discuss the DoD SkillBridge program, which is by far the best transitioning program out there that enough people, just don't know about. It's so highly underutilized. I think a lot of that is just because a lot of people don't realize about the program, understand the program, and leadership within the military don't know enough about the program really as well. And so you have those competing interests of the military focused on readiness. Well, unfortunately, transition service members don't feed readiness. They're the opposite of readiness. So sometimes that gets lost in the mix. And the SkillBridge program don't get the attention or the love that I think it deserves, because it can be really a game changer for transition and service members to really set them up for transitioning success.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I say every week, the SkillBridge program is like the best kept secret in the military. So let's make it less of a secret. Let's get the word out and let people know that this incredible resource is out there. We've got lots of questions today, Jason, and I'd love to just dive right into those. We're going to start with this one. Laura wants to know, is SkillBridge the same as the Career Skills program? We hear these words a lot. So are they the same?
Yeah, so yes, they are. So most likely you hear the Career Skills program from the Army side of the house. So what happens is the DoD SkillBridge program is a blanket program, but only the Army created a kind of a subset of the DoD SkillBridge program, which they call the Career Skills program, which is CSP for short. And so a lot of times you'll hear that terminology used around the Army installations and throughout the Army, because it's the Army's version of the DoD SkillBridge program, but all it is exactly the same exact program as the DoD SkillBridge program. So CSP, DoD SkillBridge, one in the same.
Got it. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up. Joe would like to know, how early should I start applying for SkillBridge internships?
Yeah, so I think that sweet spot is probably right around the 1 year mark. And the reason why I say around the 1 year mark, the goal of the DoD SkillBridge program is to get you a job. I mean, when you get out of the military. And the reality of it is employers cannot project jobs, positions, or headcount, as they call it out in the civilian sector, much further out than 6 months, 8 months, because the job market changes and so on and so forth. And so that year mark is really a good marker for when you really can start looking and applying for positions out there in the DoD SkillBridge program. Because what happens is, even though you see something a year out, you still got to go out and you do the interviews, meet with the employer. The employer still has to bring you on, offer the internship or the apprenticeship to you. And then they have that other part where you still got to get your paperwork approved by your command. So there's a lot more time that's associated with it. So that year out mark gives you a lot of flexibility, especially if you start looking at a year and you don't find something right off the bat. It gives you, a couple month, 3-4 month buffer to continue to look to find that right position for you. So I think about a year out is probably the best sweet spot that we found.
That's great advice. Yeah, don't wait too long, right? Just about a year out, go ahead and get started. So I think that's great advice. Matt would like to know, what can I do if there's nothing available in my desired location?
Yeah, so with Higher Military, our program is designed kind of just similar to any other kind of jobs website or anything that's out there, where it's a revolving door of opportunities. So every day opportunities are filled, every day opportunities are posted. And so because of that, you can't just look 1 day or 2 days and say, hey, there's nothing there. I can't find anything. It's a continuous process. For us with Higher Military, the way we kind of get after this and help those that are looking for something is to have them come to our website. You register, you create a profile. And so if you look on the website that day and there's nothing that you're interested in, what happens is your profile then becomes visible to our partner employers, becomes visible to our account managers. So as we're adding new opportunities to our website and that become available that you may be a fit for, those employers and account managers can see your profile and potentially reach out to you and connect you with new opportunities. So moral to the story is, don't look once or twice, keep looking in the system, but more importantly, build a profile out, register on the website so that, employers and account managers can continually see your profile as things happen.
Okay, so moral of the story, go ahead and register, because the opportunities change all the time. So just because you don't see something today doesn't mean we won't have 10 new internships listed tomorrow. So go ahead and register. We've got the website above and below, hiremilitary.us. It's a really simple registration process. Just go ahead and get started. We've got some incredible account managers that would love to give you a helping hand. So let's keep going here. We have got one from Raphael. Can I take advantage of the SkillBridge program in addition to permissive TDY and transition leave?
Absolutely. So, the DoD SkillBridge program is set for here's another misnomer we need to talk about too. It's set for the last 180 days while you're still on active duty. That does not mean that the SkillBridge, I think this is the big misnomer out there. Every SkillBridge is not 180 days. Actually, the preponderance of them are not 180 days. For instance, for us, our internships on average are somewhere between 90 and 120 days, which then if you put that into a transition plan, it allows you to take advantage of your permissive TDY and transition leave and do the internship all at the same time to be able to leverage the benefits of all those. But here's the reality. So you can do the SkillBridge program during the last 180 days, regardless of what status you're in. If let's say you decided you wanted to do it through your permissive TDY or you wanted to do it through your transition leave, you can do the SkillBridge during that time as well. Or in a perfect scenario, if you're able to do it and you plan early enough, you can set up a SkillBridge. And then if the company, the partner employer that you're interning with agrees to it, you could potentially end your internship when you start transition leave, and then you're actually eligible to be hired directly when you're on transition leave. I know that's something I didn't do a SkillBridge, but that was one of the things I benefited from. I actually got a job with the state of Washington while I was still an active duty service member on transition leave, and I was able to double dip salary for a couple of months, which is huge. It gives you a great boost as you're transitioning out of the military. But to be able to do that, you got to start early. You got to be able to really find the right opportunity and the right company to be able to, agree to those terms. But definitely, you can definitely do SkillBridge and leverage your permissive TDY and transition leave all in one. It's just about how you plan it out and how you actually set up your SkillBridge opportunity with the host employer.
That sounds incredible, Jason. So if you plan early enough, can we help someone out if they're planning early enough? Can we help them figure out how to do the leave and the SkillBridge, and we can help plan that, right?
Yeah, sure. We could do that. I mean, at the end of the day, they have to make a decision on what they want to do with their leave and their TDY and all that stuff. But we'll talk a little bit about our team. Our team is standing by, and we'll help walk them through that process. The reality of it is, though, at the end of the day, that boils down to the actual transition and service member and the employer agreeing to the terms of the internship. One of the things that higher military we don't do cohorts, and we don't set internship dates or lengths. What we do is, because we want to make our program as close to a jobs program as possible, is we refer candidates over and we let the actual employer and transition and service member negotiate the details of the internship, the dates, the length, so on and so forth. But our team's always available to kind of talk with the service member to kind of help them navigate and plan out how they want to use their leave and TDY.
Awesome. That's good to know. Okay, so moving on, we have got Jonathan who asks, who can advocate for transitioning service members and explain the SkillBridge programs to companies that aren't familiar with it?
Well, you're looking at two of them right here on the screen, and our account managers do that quite frequently. But we're happy to hop on with any leadership, be able to send any message out there or whatever. I mean, a lot of us that are within our organization, to include me, Mike, Matt Quick was, higher military. We send a lot of stuff out that's talking about SkillBridge all the time. We're all retired senior military leaders. Honestly, I spend just as much time now talking to active duty commanders and command sergeants major now than I was when I was on active duty. More than happy to talk to leadership, or even if at the company level or battalion level, it doesn't matter to us. We're always available to really promote the program, because that's really the struggle of the program, is there's just not enough information out there about it.
So let's just pretend I'm a service member and there's a local company, or there's, an organization, and maybe I've got a contact there. Maybe I know someone in HR or someone that works there. And I'm thinking, I'd love to do a SkillBridge program through this particular organization. How does higher military help me sort of create that relationship and get that going?
Yeah. So what happens is, since higher military is an approved DoD SkillBridge provider, if a company wants to take advantage of the program, but they don't want to go through the extensive vetting process, which took us almost 2 years, they can just simply partner with us, and then we could use our DoD SkillBridge certification to be able to place internships within their companies. Now, if they find a company out there that's not DoD SkillBridge approved, but they would like to bring them on as a DoD SkillBridge intern, we can assist. Just, reach out to us, reach out to me, and then we'll have our superstar business development manager, Kristen, connect with the company, explain the program, talk to them about what that agreement looks like. Once we get that agreement in place, we then provide the service member all the paperwork they need to get approved through their command.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So this is a big question. Brandy wants to know, what if I'm medically separating?
Well, this one kind of hits home for us. So to be perfectly honest with you, the higher military team that we have right now, we actually have 2 active duty service members that are interns with us, DoD SkillBridge, and that are serving as account managers, that are actually going through this medical separation process. It's possible to still do DoD SkillBridge if you're going through the medical separation program. Now, there is some fluid nature to the separation date, but what we try to do to our best of our ability is go off of what your estimated separation date is. And then we're really forthright and forthcoming with the employer if we do any referrals with a service member that has that's going through the MEB process, that separation date can change. But it is possible, but we really just have to go off that estimated transition date, and we got to be fluid in the whole process. But we're more than happy if there's enough time in the system. We're not able to do it if you only have 30 days or 60 days. If you're at 90 days plus projected separation, we may still be able to work out something, but usually you're going to have to be about 4 months out estimated separation date before we can really help, because of the time it takes for the referrals to the employers and all that, getting that paperwork approved through the command as well.
Got it. So when in doubt, just reach out, right? Go ahead and register, and then our account managers can help sort of figure out where you are in that process. That's good advice. So Sherman would like to know, are there any SkillBridge internship opportunities for someone without a degree?
Absolutely. So let's just talk about what the DoD SkillBridge program was created for. It wasn't created for senior military leaders and those getting out of the military that have been in for a career in the military. It was more geared towards those mid-career and, first terms, 2-term service members that were getting out, didn't have a whole lot to throw on that resume as they were walking out the door, and they went right into the unemployment line. So that's why they decided to create the DoD SkillBridge program, to make a kind of a ramp opportunity for service members that can actually get experience in the civilian sector while they're still on active duty, while they're still in a stable environment. And so the whole idea behind that is to be able to open up that spectrum of opportunities out there for all our service members, not just those that have a degree. Now, I understand there are some programs that have those prerequisites. Higher military, we don't do any of that. Our goal is to provide a wide variety of opportunities across all spectrums. We have things all the way from entry level to senior manager positions on our website. Our criteria for our positions is just like if you were going out looking for a job. We have a position description, and if you're looking for a position out there with us, all that's required is what's in the position description. And we have quite a few that don't require a degree. Some of them do. It just depends on which ones they are. And the other thing I will tell you too is, don't always automatically be scared away. If you see something, apply, let our account manager take a look. They may have rapport with the employer. Maybe we can get you in front of employers still to do an interview, because you just never know. So don't pigeonhole yourself just because you don't have a degree and you don't think there's anything out there for you, because there's lots of opportunities out there.
That's good. That's really encouraging. I hope that don't be afraid to register and apply, and we will help you find something that is suitable. Yeah, that's good information. Paul would like to know, what if I'm in the National Guard or Reserves?
Yeah, so this is very tricky. So the National Guard and Reserves are authorized to participate in the DoD SkillBridge program. However, for you to participate, you have to be in a Title 10 status. So what that means is you have to be on active duty orders, essentially. And what makes it so tough is the National Guard and Reserves, they're only usually put on active duty orders for specific missions, for specific reasons. So because of that, it makes it very, very difficult for us to get a National Guard or Reserve command to approve someone participating in a SkillBridge internship or a SkillBridge opportunity, because they're on orders for a specific purpose, not to do a SkillBridge opportunity. Can it happen? Yeah, we've done a few, but it is a real tall hill to climb, usually, because commands usually just don't support it, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Okay, well, that's good to know. I want to just encourage anyone tuning in, if you have a question, please go ahead and leave your questions in the comments. We're going to go through after we're done with our broadcast, and we're going to make sure everyone gets an answer to their question. So don't be afraid to ask. Go ahead and load your questions into the chats, and we will get around to you, I promise. But let's move on. So Adam would like to know, does SkillBridge apply to Coast Guard members?
At the moment, no. So a little history on the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard was approved to participate in the DoD SkillBridge program up until last year. They published a message last year that basically rescinded that approval for Coast Guard members to be able to participate in the SkillBridge program. However, since then, I think we had a lot of people start beating the drum. A lot of the senior leaders out here, kind of really started beating the drum, and the Coast Guard has heard us. So they are rerouting that approval back through the system again. When that will get signed again, there's basically been a vocal approval, but we got to get all the processes, the approval, the legal reviews, all that done and set up through the Coast Guard channels before they actually stamp it approved. So I'm anticipating Coast Guard will be approved again, hopefully soon. But I just recently I talked to someone that's in the know, and they said it's basically been through most of the vetting. They're in the final stages, and hopefully we'll get a signature on the approval soon.
Fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed. So we've got one more question. And again, you guys, leave your questions in the comments. We may not be able to get to it today, but we will get to it after we're done with our broadcast. So Joshua would like to know, when is it too late to sign up for SkillBridge? We have a lot of people that don't plan ahead, as you know. So when does it just become too late?
Yeah, so I'll speak to our program specifically because the way we do our program. So to give you an idea of how our program works is our registration window for the internships opens up at 1 year from your separation. So you can sign up with us 1 year from your separation date. If you don't find an internship and your profile remains active with us, once your profile reaches 90 days from separation, your profile then transitions over to our jobs board, which is a whole other program that we have. So under 90 days, we really don't have enough time to do a referral for a company to actually interview you, for us to be able to really get the paperwork approved through your command. So that's our system. But what I would say is, I think right at 120 days, if you're 4 months from your separation, you're borderline. Get on there, sign up still if you're in that window, but it's going to be tough because we're only going to be limited to those couple, 3 weeks, month of finding opportunities for you before your profile is going to transition over to the job side, because we're just going to run out of time. So my best advice is, make sure you're getting out there, at least signed up at a minimal 6 months from your separation date. Further out is even better. The further out you sign up, we talked about that year-long mark. The further up you sign out, the more time you're going to have for opportunities to pop up, for us to find matches, for you to be able to really get something locked in. And the other thing that does too, if you do it early, we can lock you in for something 3, 4, 5 months down the road. Guess what? You get locked into an internship 4 or 5 months down the road. How much easier does that make your transition? You already got something set up in your transition. Then if you're married, you can focus on family, you can focus on your move, you can focus on certifications, whatever you may do. So it's never, it's never a missed opportunity for you to get something locked in. Just because you're not in your 180-day window doesn't mean you can't lock something in to start once you're in your 180-day window. So to summarize this, I think that 120-day, 4-month mark is really that borderline. Once you get under that, it's going to be really close for us to be able to get you into a SkillBridge internship.
Okay, good to know. So question of the day, how do you apply? And then tell me a little more, Jason. If you kind of are outside the window, if you've missed your window to do the SkillBridge, should you go ahead and register on hiremilitary.us, and why? Why is that?
Yeah, so how to apply? It's pretty simple. Our website is pretty transparent. You go to our website, it has all of our internships posted publicly. You can see everything that we have on a daily basis. If you find something, you can simply click the apply button. It'll walk you through the registration process, which will then create a profile, and then it'll notify an account manager of that specific position that you're applying for. But if you go to our website and you don't see something that's interested to you that day, still register though. Go in there. There's a button right on the upper right-hand side. It says log in, register. Click on that, register, build a profile. That way we have you in the system. And employers and account managers can see your profile. So as things come up, that you may have not seen when you first registered, they can match you to new opportunities. And the other thing it does, kind of to your point too, Olivia, is once you build a profile with us and you're set, if for some reason, let's say you register too late, or let's say we're not able to get you an internship, we still get another shot at jobs. We're not talking about jobs today, but once you're at that 90-day mark, your profile will transition over to our jobs platform, which we're in the process of really, revamping and really blowing up. Really excited about that, where we're really going to help more veterans and military spouses. But there's so many benefits to registering with us, to be able to keep visibility on your profile, because we got people in there every day looking through our system, looking for candidates. Even sometimes, we have employers snooping around in there that don't have positions posted. If they're looking for a certain type of candidate, they may find you if you have a profile with us. But if you don't have a profile, there's not much we can do. We can't go back and go out and find you. So there's a lot of benefits to it. And I think the process is very simple. Hiremilitary.us. Take a look at it. I think it's pretty simple. And if there's any questions, reach out to us, and we'll be happy to walk you through the process.
All right. Well, this has been great, Jason. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. We do this every Tuesday. Normally, we are highlighting some of the actual SkillBridge opportunities that we've got on our platform, but today we thought we'd do something special. So I hope everyone got some questions answered. If you have more questions, please leave those in the comments. We will get you an answer. But thank you, Jason. Thank you so much for your help today. Thank you, everyone else, for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Everyone have a great week. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Olivia. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Sign up.
So register today.